Welcome back for another episode. Spicy here. Today I'm going to show you my crossbow build. Before I start, I just need to let you know that there's no such thing as the best build, and this is the beauty of Albion Online. I mean, gears matter and need to be relevant, but it's also quite situational. Do not blindly follow what people tell you to do, and just play the way you like to play and enjoy the game. In this video, I will talk through some of my PvP gameplay, how this build works, and then in the end I'll be summarizing a few different setups, how I feel about them. Hope that can help you choosing the right gear for your playstyle. By the way, I'm testing this in Arena because it's easier to have a fair fight. Some people may say go to Hellgate or go to Black Zone, but you know, using tier 8 gear fighting against a tier 4 makes the guy irrelevant. Zerging or killing traders doesn't really mean much. I mean, this is a build guide that is designed to help people understand how it works in an equal fight. Let's be honest, Albion is 90% gear and teamwork and then 10% skill. If you're a keyboard warrior, sorry, maybe this is not for you. Now back to business. As you may know, crossbow do pretty good sustainable damage and burst damage. And it's even better with the passive to reset kill every 4 spells. Ideally, you want to line up the skills correctly so you can do 2 kills in a row for the surprise damage. Let's have a look at this 1v1 against a ranger. As my kill is on CD, I used the WE combo to drop his health really low. Then I decided to use R followed by Giant to keep the health advantage. This is a mind game right here because he is likely to run away as opposed to hit me back, and this is when you know the fight is over. A quick note here, you don't always have to use E to finish off the target. Q does pretty good damage in its own right. Okay, next one I'm up against a permafrost mage. Trying to line up double auto fire, just taking it easy. Start with QW to get 2 stacks, then wait for the CD to get double shot, pop Giant and kill for the reset. Then I decided to use E to force out the defensive mechanic, but they might have been on CD and he just died. Next one I'm up against a light crossbow user. Start with Q, he had silent, which is quite annoying for my build. Use WE as soon as it wore off, he countered with dodge roll. I had to use shield and heal to ease the pressure, firing more kill at him and starting to plan to do a double auto fire as well. But yeah, got interrupted by his silence once again. This one was a pretty close fight. I only win because all his weapon skills were on CD. Next fight I'm just gonna show you why I like the undead cape. The fight itself is pretty straightforward. As you can see, I'm about to lose this fight. The cape gave me a little bit time for the surprise heal and free damage. Use WE combo right before it finished so that he can do the full damage. And that is GG, finishing him off with auto fire. Finally, some footage against a burst melee class. That crazy damage put a lot of pressure on me. Had to use all my defensive skill to stay alive, but he's not much better off after taking 2 auto fires from me. Looks like all his weapon skills are on CD while I still have my WE combo, and it's over. Alright, you may have seen enough now, let's wrap it up. Starting with the crossbow itself, I am using Q1 for the strong single target damage. I like W1 better in solo, but in a team fight I probably would go with W2 for the debuff or even W3 for the slow. This is because you need some sort of like CC skills to interrupt burst or healing or even for repositioning. So if you are solo, I would recommend W1, but again it's entirely up to you. For the headpiece, I've only tested Stalker for the low CD damage buff and reveal stealth unit around you. And the other one is the Graveguard for healing, which works perfectly well with the chest piece. I mean, with all the scaling, it allows you to heal up to, I think, 50% of your health instantly, which is pretty awesome. For the chest piece, the obvious choice is Cleric, as it scales your damage pretty well and provides you a great defensive mechanic. For boots, a fair few pairs can work pretty well with the build. It comes down to your playstyle. I mean, you can use Cleric and Stalker for the blink, Guardian for the tankiness, Druid for the slow. I mean, they're all situational and I can't really recommend one here. Just pick the one that you like the best. I have 3 capes in mind that is alright, as you'll be adding autos in between your attacks, and that gives you a little bit of damage buff. Keepers give you a massive damage buff while you are on low health, and that could turn the fight around. But personally, I like Undead Cape the best, as it gives you stealth. It could be a good escape mechanism, and it could also turn a losing fight into a winning fight. Foot choice is pretty obvious, damage all the way. The weakness for this build is it can easily be countered. For example, Ice Block, Dodge Roll. And it is also weak against burst build with multiple invisibility, because we only have tap targeting skills. That's pretty much it for this episode. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Leave your comment down below if you have any thoughts to make this build better. I will see you all next time.